Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to your video review for The Expanse, Season 1. So, as always, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the furry. So, what is this show? It's a show starring Thomas Jane, who is the guy from the original Punisher from a few years ago. I really liked him in that movie, and I'm glad that he's getting more starring work. But I will say that this is a very much of an ensemble cast, because what the show is about is it's about a couple hundred years in the future. You know, space travel is a little bit easier for us, but we don't really have any particularly noteworthy, I would say, advances in technology, other than being a little bit more fuel efficient. And so you have Earth, and then you have Mars, which has been colonized. People are living there, they're terraforming it, you know, they're getting it ready. And then you have the Belters, where there's a lot of mining going on, and all the problems that would come with having Earth, Mars, which has declared itself a separate nation, and then both of them kind of using the Belters and the Belt for their own purposes. And just the tension that creates between these three government entities, nations, people, whatever you want to call it. So that's kind of the big political picture. And then you have Thomas Jane. He's an investigator on one of the Belters' moons or asteroids and areas. So he's doing his investigation, and then you have our characters that are in the more high-end government aspect of things, and they are in fact characters. It's not like, General, go do this, and other general, go do the other thing that we need to show you that the government is doing things in this show. Like, they're actual characters with backstories, feelings, inspirations. You care about them, and I really like that. And then you get to what I think most people consider the main cast, which is this small group. And I'm not going to go into all the names and everything else because there's a bunch of people overall in this show. But it's kind of our main people, and they're the ones that we follow through their various adventures throughout the solar system, if you will. And I really, really enjoyed this show. I think that the CGI is absolutely phenomenal, and how they were able to show scale is just really impressive, because, you know, with a lot of shows, they're like, oh, we're in space, how do we show scale? I know, we'll have a nebula or something in the background and you know, some particle things, and then that'll show scale, or we're going to have a ship right in front of another ship to show you that scale. But they did a much better job, and obviously when you're in the solar system, you can't just be like, oh, there's a nebula between Mars and Earth. So they did an excellent job of being able to show scale in this, whenever they were doing exterior shots and in general. So I thought they did a fantastic job, and I was glad to see it. And in terms of like story pacing and style, it's a drama, and it's you know, it asks questions of people and of you know, how we think about things. So I had a friend who told me once, before I watched it, they were like, if you like Battlestar Galactica, this will fill your BSG hole. And I think that is an accurate way to put it. If you like Battlestar Galactica, you'll probably like this show. But yeah, I would say with how much of the big screen type of CGI there is, that if at all possible, you should watch it on a biggest screen that you can, because this show is Matrix level quality. One thing that I will say is that I believe it's based on a book series, and it seems like where they ended the season was not at the end of a book. I feel like they did that for both season 1 and season 2, where they ended the season, it didn't quite align with what I think would have been the conclusion of the storyline that we were most caring about. I'm not saying it doesn't solve anything or whatever else. Like, it is an ending of sorts, but it's about halfway through season 1 that I think things are really wrapped up for the arcs that they started in this one. Same thing with season 2. That being said, because Amazon bought it, because I think Sci-Fi didn't renew it, so Amazon bought it, all the seasons that are available currently are all available to stream on Amazon Prime Video. So if you finish season 1 and you're like, I want more, good news for you, you can roll right into season 2 and finish out that storyline if you want. But like I said, I think this is Matrix level quality, and I think you should watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. There is a couple of bloody scenes just because of the hazards that come with space, but I wouldn't say it's any type of like grotesquerie or you know, gore porn, if you will. It's not that. It's like, oh hey, the dangers of space, that can happen. And then there is, a couple of F words thrown around. Like it's an adult show, but it's not a horror show, if you will, and it's not a lot of F words and things for unnecessary sake. Like it's for the intensity of it, and I think they use it appropriately. But yeah, that's all I have for this one. Hope you like it. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.